to Penthouse. Yeah.
Yeah, that was on me, bro. That was
Man, y'all don't. Okay, so the number one thing that you can that you never want to happen.
No,
while
we
you
gotta
film.
go. Oh,
I know.
okay.
I know.
Okay.
I just want to start the episode off by saying the number one thing that you never want to happen while you filming is for you to be in it. 30 minutes, 40 minutes in it. I'm talking about you in the groove. I mean, you podcasting your ass out, but you look down.
You just in the flow, and then
and you
like,
look down. Can I get in some game real quick?
Yeah.
And you look down, and this contraption is not recording.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna tell you. So I'm gonna tell you what happened, right? I'm so used to, I've been recording at the house. Yeah. So on mine, it's hooked directly to the camera. But this, it's easier to record both of us with that because it's like it's a two camera, like it's two mics. So it's easier to get good pull from both mics from that.
Yeah.
So shit, I'm like, okay, I just started on the thing. I'm like, we good to go. We coming to the episode. I look down. Mid conversation, I just see, ooh.
Yeah.
You know how something happened, you almost don't even want to tell the other person?
You like,
I
damn.
just looked over, I was like.
Because then all you're going to immediately think about is like, wait, hold on. So wait, we didn't get none of that?
Exactly. At least
I probably should have turned it a little bit more.
At least we caught. We caught it.
Yeah, because ain't nothing like going, imagine finishing a piece of content and you look down. I mean, you poured out your all too.
You were just giving all these, you know what I'm saying?
Theatrical explanations to tie this point with that point and that point.
And I'm just mad because the beginning of this was fire.
Yeah.
The beginning part of that little 5 minutes leading in was fire.
Yeah, we talked about, oh man, we got to kind of retap back on some of that. Okay, so one of the things that I talked about, and I'm going to briefly bring it back up because I think it's very important, you know what I'm saying? Is we was just briefly talking because we wanted to enter into the podcast this time, just kind of chopping it up.
How we be flowing before.
Yeah, because
we already know, like we be talking.
Yeah, we be flowing way before the podcast even goes. So he just popped the camera on and then we was going. But what I was talking about was like all of these different situations that you that I wanted the audience. I just wanted to give you out some free value, honestly, that you can start. That you can just look for in the future because recently, like I almost got scammed 2 times, right? But I'm equipped.
People.
Yeah, by these by verification people and people who are just trying to hack into your account. Yeah. And because of the knowledge that I've acquired over the years, building websites, doing apps for people, just marketing campaigns, the whole nine. Just my knowledge from the online world, right? Mm-hmm. I understand that in the first scam, the guy tried to get me to pay for a verification on Instagram. And he suggested that I only pay on Zelle and what was the other one? Cash App, right?
Send it over.
Cash App, right? I suggested to him that I pay on PayPal because I'm like, hey, if this is not a scam, what's the issue? You should be on all payment gateways. You're a business guy, right?
Exactly.
And the truth be told, honestly, just so y'all know, Cash App, Zelle, those payment gateways, when you send, it's gone. Ain't no refund, none of that. Now, PayPal is one of the safest ways to pay for a good or service. Simply because if you don't get that good or service, you can call PayPal back and then
run me my shit.
Yeah, give me my money back. You know what I'm saying? And that's fair, no harm, no foul. PayPal is ready for that. That's the type of platform it is. But scammers, like the people like that just want to straight up take your money and not give you the service, just straight hardcore, old school, old fashioned scam you out your money, right? They don't want to pay. They don't want you to pay on services like that. So if you are in a situation like that where somebody wants you to pay for something and it's a good service that you can easily get scammed on, just suggest that you pay on PayPal. If they are heavily aggressive about making you pay on a specific platform, then you should already get some red flags.
Just look if it's something that's traceable.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the thing is, like on the internet, a long time ago, my whole logical conclusion on the internet was, if somebody's too urgent for me to pay right now, that waves a red flag for me.
Yeah.
And then if they don't have any like verified payment gateways, I would never fuck with it anyway.
Exactly.
It just for me, I always used to look back at those people and say to myself, okay, so you hit me up and I'd be like, oh, well, why can't I pay here? Well, you can't pay there because, and it's like some weird reason. I'd be like, all right. It's just like what we said about catfishing or whatever.
Exactly.
Easy way to kill a catfish. Video chat me right now.
Video chat me right now.
Right now.
And if you don't, conversation ended. That'd be my energy on all platforms. If I ever feel like I'm getting catfished, you get what I'm saying?
But right
same thing like with the payment gateways. So like with PayPal, it's like okay, Why don't you want to do that? You say, okay, his response was transaction fees. I'll recoup the transaction fees, no problem.
Yeah, I pay a little more.
I pay a little more. You still don't want to do it. Okay, so that way I know, you know what I'm saying, it's a scam. So in these situations,
some people
y'all
getting got with that.
Oh man, that's why I say I need to insert this back into this episode too. You will pay if you don't have the knowledge. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to give it to you right now, so that way you don't pay in the future. Because the next example of the scam that I just was recently in the middle of on Instagram was a person that he's from Turkey, and basically what they do is they create this Instagram page that seems like it's working directly with Instagram.
The login, they spoof the login page.
Well, but not only that, even the Instagram page in general is like Instagram support. Like it's like one of those pages. So if you moving fast and you get a DM from Instagram support, you're like, oh shit. Then you go to it, and then it has a lot of followers. It has a message that says, hey, you most recently been using somebody else's content on your Instagram. You need to click this link right now and fill out this form so your page don't, you know what I'm saying, gets removed in 24 hours. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, it's that type of language. So if you moving fast and you're not knowledgeable in that area, then what you might do is just hurry up and put your information into that little form.
I'm a sign in, then when I ask my password, I'm just put fuck you in the password.
And basically what they're gonna do is they're gonna take your information, remove all your shit from your page, and hit you up from their regular account and say, hey, I noticed you recently just got your page removed. I can get you your page back guaranteed. I can get your page back up and running guaranteed for $1,000 right now. You know what I'm saying? Now that's their hustle. You get what I'm saying? You can't knock nobody hustle. I'm from the streets. Motherfuckers did. You
that's
from the
cap
streets
game.
too.
That's the cap game.
That's the cap game. Motherfuckers, I know people that be on weird shit. Not weird shit, but just sketchy shit.
Man, you know what?
Like motherfuckers that would just do anything for the dollar.
I'm almost
people
glad.
out there like that.
I'm almost glad this came back up before we get into the episode. I'm reading this book right now called 3 Magic Words.
Yeah.
And they was talking about evil. They says no such thing as evil. It's evil as a result of error and thinking. I'd have to go deep for you to understand that. So some of y'all might be like, ain't no evil. I'd have to have a whole like 30 minutes to explain it, what they were saying. But just basically it's an error in thinking. And the consequence of error is something evil happening to you. So when you say being educated, not having the knowledge, it's an error of thinking that a motherfucker gonna hit you up randomly, like, hey, I get you verified guaranteed. Your error is thinking that, oh yeah, I can get verified, I can get all this
for this cheap ass price.
And then boom, you get smacked by something that would be evil. It's just an error on your part. So it goes deeper than just that example. But I just thought that was interesting because funny enough,
it does seem evil.
Yeah, know what I'm saying, but if you approach it with certain principles, that can never happen to you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
what
somebody would have to literally guess your password, hard hack Instagram to get in your shit. But
exactly.
A lot of times you give your password away or something like that. That
these forms, these websites, like,
or your password's too simple.
Exactly. I don't know if you put like even like we talked about this one on the clip that got cut. You know what I'm saying? They have the social security frauds. Like,
they tried to get me with that.
They called. This is the IRS.
So I got to tell you
need to pay $4,000 right now. It's like, bro.
So I got to tell you again. They got the automated message that'll hit you around anytime tax. Like every quarter, it's a tax payment. So we pay taxes 4 times a year, which is basically each quarter we got to pay. Now we got to do it monthly because after you make so much money, they want the shit monthly.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, they'll hit you up each quarter and it just be like Social Security. So the first time I got it, okay, IRS, Social, that actually makes sense. A robot might hit you because it's like, it's like, okay, it's the IRS. They got so many people hitting them up. But when I hit them back, somebody picked up instantly. And it sounded like somebody was in the background, like fucking with some dishes or something.
Yeah. Like,
and I was like, hello? I was like, yeah, somebody called and said, sir, you are in big trouble. Y'all in big trouble or whatever. I was like, what?
You start going to his script.
I was like, come on, bro. Like, the IRS not picking right up. I
dude.
I had to call the IRS so many times. I already know it's hell.
You hitting a switchboard.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the okay. So in business, so you know, because you know this is Mama's House of Penthouse. We talk about entrepreneurship. So you know what I'm saying? Yo, if people don't have a legitimate, this is the reason why you invest into the shit getting done properly, because you don't want to seem like you are
on some scam
shit. If you don't have a legitimate payment gateway, you're not getting any of my money. Even if you are not trying to scam me, it's a principle that I have for myself because of the type of businessman that I am. And that's what I was trying to tell to the scammer. I say, listen, there's multiple. I was even trying to help him. I'm like, bro, you should at least give people the option to pay on PayPal. My God, like most people probably won't even do it. Like, damn, you just trashing this and all. My God,
you need to figure that shit out.
Like, God damn it. Then even the other guy that tried to scam me with the other shit, I just hit him back instantly and said, man, hey, God bless you, bro, because you foolish as hell if you think I'm finna put my Instagram information into this foolish ass landing page that I know you created. And you know, he said, I voice memoed him that to him just because I know and I was proud. You know what I'm saying? And he hit me back. He said, you're smart. What do you do for a living, right? Now he want to do business. I'm like, bro, to hell with you. Your morals are wrong.
Yeah.
You know
morally
what I'm saying?
bankrupt.
You're morally bankrupt. Why would I do anything with you? Of course you want to work with me. You know what I'm saying? I probably, even everything, like, it's just like, y'all, make sure that you are watching the shit online. That's all I got to say.
And just like you segued perfectly last time, I'm going to bring back what you said last time we filmed this.
Okay.
Which was, and we leaving all them in 2020.
Yes, sir.
Oh, to 2021. There we go.
2021. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I reread my Mama's House mail?
Yes, sir.
Can I reread my boy? He's from Houston, Michael. Michael basically says simply, coming out of 2020, I don't got a long question today. What can we do in 2021 to have a great year? All right. Let me just make sure one more time because I'm a little paranoid. All right, we good to go. We good to go, D. We definitely in there this time.
I'm gonna do a YouTube video about different scams that people got going on that you should watch.
I had a long time ago. I had an episode called "How Not to Get Scammed," and one of the things I talked about on there was basically that we first have to define what a scam is, and I feel like a true scam is when you about to do something and you don't get the value you paid for exchange. So a lot of times people get information that is helpful, they don't apply, and they like, oh, they scamming. It's like, that's not a scam. Yeah, you was bullshit. I can give you a course that teach you everything about business, but if you don't do none of it, be like, they scammed me out my money. I'm like, I scammed you, bro. No. But if you buy that course and then you go to the page and nothing ever comes and then the site disappears tomorrow, you got
smoked, and that's a legit scam.
Yeah.
But you want to get off up into the question?
Yeah. So basically, I guess to start off for me, I think to have a great 2021, we have to take stock of like what our true direction is.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing a lot of people don't do at the beginning of that year. Like they talk about, man, I want to lose weight and I want to do all this type of shit. But I think, a long time ago in Mama's House of Penthouse, I just be remembering shit or whatever, right? We talked about like having deep motivation. And I think it starts with the simple shit. I just did my vision board. You done yours yet?
I haven't did mine yet, but I have my vision board in the storage unit. But I think what I'm gonna do is just revamp the whole thing. I want to do the magazine thing, but then again, it's like you can do one online.
I like that internet simply because I could just go get exactly what I'm visualizing.
I like to have the you have that
But I feel like you could print the pictures out and cut them up still.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm on. Like I like to have it in the house too, so you can just see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put it on the window right here or something, or I'll probably just I'll figure it out. But I definitely want to create mines this year too.
Yeah.
And just put everything. But I kind of just been living in the moment.
Yeah. I think, see, this is what I realized. Because last year I feel like as far as everything that went on last year in 2020, because it was so chaotic, I feel like it was the year where I had the least direction in a long time. But why I'm saying to have a good 2021 is the reason I feel like I was still able to navigate in the right direction is because regardless of the short term that was going on, I still had this long-term vision that I was moving towards.
Exactly.
So I'm never, no matter what happens, I'm never really getting fucked up. So I think the vision board is good to really sit down and say to yourself, okay, this is the direction I'm trying to go. Whether you believe in that shit or not, I think the point is it gives you direction. You're looking at something every day, I'm moving towards this. So if life gets fucked up, you still can be like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
D, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm fired today. I'm fired.
You know what they say, players fuck up too sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's the set. But you know what though? It's all good because, like I was saying, if I had a clear vision, that shit wouldn't have happened. I was looking at the battery, I say, it could make it. And then that motherfucker cut off. But anyway, yeah, I think the first thing to start with,
you saw it cut off?
Yeah, I looked at it. That's why I know we didn't lose that much.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
So it's like I wasn't sitting there like we wasn't talking for 20 minutes, and I was like, It's off.
It's off. I didn't see it go off.
See it go off. So that's why I say that was a blessing. That's how I know it's gonna be a good 2021.
Yes,
but
sir.
the thing is, but I think starting with a vision, knowing where you're going, I think that's a big thing. And sit down at the beginning of the year and have a summit. That's what I like to do at the beginning of every year. So I have a summit. A summit is different from like our annual meetings because our annual meetings are basically me and you actually talking about this is our business objectives this year. We're gonna do this. Like we want to do this show this year. We want to do this content. We want to release this year. So that's kind of like business goals. This is the hard goals that you're gonna set if you're in business, which is okay, how much revenue I want to do this year, how many customers I want to do, how much I want to grow my following, how many clients do I want to bring. These are hard, tangible business goals. But then on your personal goals, I mean, what do you want to do? You want to get in shape, you want to be fit, you want to get more women in your life, you want to get more friendships. Like,
I'm seeking the ultimate version of myself, man. Whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Because I don't know neither. I'm doing what I'm going gut. I'm going all gut.
Yeah.
You get where I'm going? Like, fuck everybody, all gut.
Well,
and what I mean by that is my loved ones, I love my loved ones. But my thing is I'm going all gut. And what that means is you just go with the flow of life. And that means like physical fitness wise, all gut means 2-a-days. I know my ass need to be eating right. My gut tells me I need to be eating right. My gut tells me I need to be, you know what I'm saying, working out at this time. My gut tells me I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going all gut. That's what that means. Like, as far as business, like, my gut tells me that I need to travel. My gut tells me that I need to, you know what I'm saying, produce more content. My gut tells me that I need to meet more people. My gut tells me that I need to rub more elbows, bridge more people, you know what I'm saying, have more conversations. Like, my gut tells me these things. So I'm going, 2021 is gut mode. I'm following my gut.
Check.
Like, gut check. 2020 was like a nut tester. It was like, do you really have faith in the shit that you talk about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you do, clearly we did. You know what I'm saying? So we were blessed accordingly. And now it's time to continue on with that. So it's like, at this point, I have no questions. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I don't have like my resolution. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing everything. Everything is my resolution.
I always talk about that though.
Yeah. I know you don't fuck with it, but I'm just talking to my people.
No. I'm saying always. It's not. I wouldn't say I don't fuck with New Year's resolutions. I feel like I don't fuck with. Like if on January 1, I came to an epiphany. That's the exact day I came to the epiphany. I'm like, man, I'm gonna change some shit. Yeah, I'm about to change some shit this year. But if I came to that conclusion on December 12th,
I would have did it then.
That's the only thing I don't fuck with. It's like I'm not about to wait 3 weeks. If I need to get in the gym, I'm getting in the gym the day that I thought about getting in the gym.
The day I fucking thought about it. That's why I don't fuck with them.
Yeah, cause that's why I feel like, because the procrastination will fuck you up. But I think even what you're saying with the gut though, you still got that North Star. And that's kind of what I was getting at is like, if I know for a fact that I want to be fit, one of my goals is to have a fit body.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what's going on in my life. Whenever I get too far away from that, that's why I've never went 3 or 4 months or like 2-3 months without hitting the gym or at least doing some type of physical exercise. And people are like, man, how you stay skinny? It's just not gonna happen because my North Star is like, stay fit, stay healthy, stay fit, stay healthy. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Same thing when it comes to business. It hasn't been for the past maybe 10 years. Yeah. I've always been moving towards some type of business objective. Yeah. Now, how I go about it year to year, that's why I agree with you when you say the gut. Like, I go with my gut is like, okay, my business objective is to build this enterprise and affect this people and help people reach their full potential. That's my North Star over everything. But this year we did a documentary, or this year we start doing this type of course. The specifics are not as important as having a North Star. And I think in 2021, if you know I'm gonna be fit, how you get there may be different. You may not have to do 2-a-days because you don't have the same fitness drive as maybe you.
Or your fitness goal is not the same. You know
That's what I'm saying. So you may be just trying to lose a little weight, maybe 10-5. So it would make no sense. Because you know what? That's funny with fitness. Motherfuckers be in the gym with some of these trainers and they doing all these magical maneuvers. They upside down doing reverse pull-ups and shit. And I'm like, you don't need to do all that.
Training for nothing, bro. But my thing is like, even with the fitness, I'm going into it. I'm going into it this year. Like just out.
Man, I've been at that gym.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The gym is where it's at. Like fitness in 2021. I'm interested. You talk about the question that Matthew has, right? I'm just interested.
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, he said
Oh,
Mike.
yeah, I'm thinking of my boy Matthew.
Yeah.
Mike. I'm also thinking of Mike Wallace, but
Michael Wallace.
Yeah, answering the question that my boy Mike got. Honestly, 2021. I'm just locking in. Fitness though. Fitness wise.
Yeah.
I wanna be the best version of myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in business, I want to be the most. Like I'm the North Star.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. It's 2026. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My shit is gonna be the fucking same. I'm going hard.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know what else to say. I
don't know what else to say.
don't, dude. Like, oftentimes,
Stop the podcast right there.
oftentimes, you know, the podcasts are
Yeah.
very fruitful, but
Yeah.
oftentimes, I'm like one of the people. I talk to him on the phone. I talk to a lot of the people that that are in my life a lot on the phone for a while. You know what I'm saying? But oftentimes, I see it happening myself. I lose. I'm done after a while because all I can do is go do what I just said.
Yeah.
And after a while, when I'm talking for too long, I start to feel like I'm bullshit. And like because I grew up around niggas who talk so much. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just be talking.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Like, I remember feeling like that for so long, bro. I just remember that feeling.
That's why all of us got that same voice.
Yeah.
Hey man, that come from listening to years of motherfuckers bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that come from.
Man, I remember bullshit.
And if you
I
put
remember
that-
bullshit my damn self.
If you put that pussy right in front
You know what I'm
of me,
saying?
I remember.
Like, come on, man. Like, that's what I just remember like people just playing around a lot, you know what I'm saying? And just having very loose ass
Yeah.
conversations. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, my suggestion to everybody, and this is definitely at the conclusion of the episode, but I'm just more so gut driven right now. Like 2021, like if the pandemic, see what I love about the pandemic is it was global. You get where I'm going. It wasn't a Houston thing. It wasn't a fucking Texas thing. It wasn't just a New York thing. It wasn't just a Hawaii thing. It was everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So now we all got something in common. You get what I'm saying? Like now, we all got this thing that we can, you know what I'm saying, talk about amongst each other. So in my mind, with the pandemic and things of that nature, it's this year, 2020, with the past year, 2020 allowed all of us to really, really, really dig deeper within ourselves and just work on the core things so that, and it also, the main point that I wanted to make was it should have gave you some sort of confirmation. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? If you were working on yourself, if you was working on your business, if you was working on something, you got confirmation. You get what I'm saying? All the confirmation that you needed. Now all it takes from here is for you to never forget what happened in 2020. You get what I'm saying? And for you to always keep that energy and keep moving forward. Like one thing I'm real big on is I'm a theatrical person. You get what I'm saying? Like I love theatrics. Who is Country Cowboys trending on YouTube right now? You get what I'm saying?
Amazing film.
Amazing film. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to this man. This man's a fucking amazing. Yeah, I'm telling you, watch. I'm a theatrical person. Theatrics, like when you give too much theatrics to a theatrical person, it just gets weird.
I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to go too deep on it, but
it's like a salesman using sales like there's a sales tactic. I don't know if you're familiar with. It's called assumptive closing.
Yeah.
Which is like say I'm about to sell you something.
Yeah.
And I say, well, would you like the $2,000 package or the $1,000 package? Well, instead of asking you yes or no, I would just assume that you're gonna choose one of my packages.
Yeah.
So it's like when you hear an assumptive close, you kind of like, come on, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that to me. Like, why you doing
like
that?
come on. And we wasn't even to the point where I was ready to talk about that. You just tried. You fired it off prematurely. So I think that's the big thing with it.
Yeah.
And like for me, like I said, I think that's a huge one going into it. So having your North Star and learning to trust your gut. You know what I would sum the gut up to? It's just learning to trust yourself more internally. Like
have faith.
We so focused on, well, this is what my friend is doing, so I'm about to start focusing on what they're doing instead of trusting like, well, this is what I'm feeling inside that I fuck with. I don't resonate with certain stuff, so I'm not following my own North Star.
Yeah.
So I know me, every year, no matter what happens, I mean, shit could happen, friends could do certain shit, but the reason I've always been on the same trajectory is because I know what resonates with me, and I always try to follow that as much as possible.
Hell yeah, like the following the gut.
Yeah.
gut
check. Number one is gut check then.
Following the gut, man. Like the gut is gonna get you where you need to go. Like I'm just in the bag on the gut. Like whatever I know. Like if you know you're supposed to be knocking something out, you know you're supposed to be doing something, you might as well just do it. Because like I said, I just feel like in 2020 we all got this boost of faith from the higher power above. Like a lot of answers a lot of questions were answered, and it didn't even require that much faith for you to have. You get what I'm saying? And you had a little bit, and then your questions got answered. So my thing is, keep that same energy throughout your whole life. You get what I'm saying? Like shit's going to go down. Shit's going to go south sometimes. But if you pull the chart back far enough, what you'll see is it went down a little bit,
Well,
but
you've been on them stocks.
and then it went down. It's like you know what I'm saying, like the stock market. You know, it went down a little bit. It was like a bad day, bad week, really probably like a bad little 2 weeks, and then boom.
Yeah, but
you get what
over
I'm saying?
time.
But just know that over time you're gonna keep going up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the people who get up here the fastest had the most faith. You get what I'm saying? And the people that we look at that are on a higher pedestal and things of that nature, they're just people who have extreme faith. The people that are willing to risk it all for the shit that they believe in. You get what I'm saying? This is the only thing that makes a very elite person different from a person that's not elite at all.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Because all of us have the ability, the same 24 hours to go do all of the shit that everybody else is doing. You get what I'm saying? But the faith in between it is the only thing that's going to separate us. So when you talk about, you know what I'm saying? Huh?
No, I'm saying them emotions is what like stops our faith.
Yeah,
from
like just even, and then also like the shit that we talked about at the beginning, the fear of the unknown, like that's gonna stop from that's gonna cause overreactions and like, you know, just not being able to just process things properly. You get what I'm saying? It's like all of these things, you know what I'm saying, mixed together and they gonna create the year that you want to have if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? 2021 could be exactly what you want it to be. I'm big. This episode, man, the things that I want to key on, and I'm going to keep keying on, I'm going to figure out ways to tie everything that we talk about into the gut and having faith. And really, 2, 3, one thing I'm really going to be big on 2021, too, is organization, just time management and organization, because I know that's going to be something that's going to really be of a matter in 2021.
I think, I think that goes down to what I was talking about with decisiveness. I guess the second thing I was thinking about, right?
Yeah.
Because like you said, the gut, I think that's a good one. I think the second one I was thinking about is eliminating the bad relationships that don't serve that type of energy, right?
Yeah.
Because one thing I think last year, for me personally, and I'm gonna just speak for me, I think I spent a lot of time caretaking people.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is not necessarily like I was taking care of somebody paying their bills or something, but like caretaking their emotional energy. Like, okay, well, you know, I know you struggling with this, but I'm gonna help you with this. And it was the only year I really felt like I did that, and it slowed me down a lot. But it wasn't just the fact that I was trying to be helpful. It was the fact that there's certain ideas, like you said, believing in or having faith and all these things, which I think are necessary to be a great entrepreneur or just be successful in anything you want to do. But when you got somebody who's their mindset is countering that, although you may be a strong-minded person, you'll never break my faith. But it is something that if somebody's directly around you, it detracts from it. Mm-hmm. It slows you down because if you like, yeah, man, you know, we just got to believe it's gonna be successful. Man, this shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah, you got that energy.
And it's like if that's your business partner, it's like that shit gonna affect you. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Even if you gonna slightly think about it more. Like, yeah, this shit might not work.
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
if motherfuckers around here not thinking it's gonna work.
Yeah, the people that's right next to you.
You done been around long enough to know that you gotta have faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure, this definitely ain't your first time hearing this shit.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, we just hitting hard on it right now because it's so important.
Yeah.
I hope you understand this importance. You get what I'm saying? But, like.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the big thing. Like, last year, I looked at the friendships in my life and I realized, like, I got to that point again where a lot of the friendships were, I had lost a lot of substance-based friendships, in my opinion, that were past just say business. And for example, I feel like me and you are lucky, right? Like, I feel like we got a business partnership, but we also got a good friendship. So we got similar sense of humor. You know, we just laugh and shit. That's why we can do Mama's House to Penthouse, just off the cuff like we do, because this is just how we talk.
Anyway.
Like we might call each other and have an hour-long conversation, and it sounds just like like you listen to that, you'll be like, is this an episode of Mama's House to Penthouse?
Could have recorded that.
Yeah, exactly. So
this the shit we be talking about.
But when I started like connecting back with certain people, I realized that, and this is something you always used to preach, is it almost nourished my soul in a way to make me better at work. So I feel like cutting off the relationships that are draining is very important because we talk about that every year. And I know we hear that all the time. But what I'm really getting at is anything that's counterproductive, even if you're not gonna cut that person off completely, you just need to lessen your exposure to those people.
Yeah.
Because there's certain people in your life that you're not gonna be able to cut. If your mama a little negative, I know people got negative moms. Like, you're not gonna cut your mama off completely. I mean, maybe you will, but I'm just saying most people.
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
just
cut their
limit
mom.
the amount of time over there, and then you just understand that this is the negative entities that I gotta go visit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just become aware.
So get your mind ready for it.
Yeah, and then you don't let it alter your emotions. So that way you good. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no way around getting somebody that's
I mean, certain people, and I think that's something I've realized is because my whole thing was to cut relationships off. And we talked about this before, putting people in the right box. But if you want to make your year successful, you got to start the year off with the people who are going to be, I guess you could say, helpful in getting you to that point.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to get to the point if I got friends around. Like, if I'm like, hey, bro, this year, like, just like business, I'm like, hey, this year, we about to have our annual meeting. We about to plan out everything we about to do this year. If you're not excited about your year, like, I know you, even if we got different things we want to accomplish personally,
Yeah.
I know you're still excited about your year in general.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
because all of these pieces are parts of like the becoming the final version of yourself.
Yeah. And so what I'm saying is that's how I look at it. And I'm excited about my year. I'm excited about everything we'll do this year. So when we linking up talking about our year, that's going to be the general vibe of it. Now, you take the same year starting off and I come to you and like, man, I'm excited about the year. And you like, man, fuck
This year not even looking good.
It's like like I said, it ain't about being strong. And I think that's what we got to talk about. Like, it ain't about being strong. That shit weighs on you. Like, I remember I talked about this before. Like, my mom used to be very negative when I was at the house. And it used to weigh on me. It didn't stop me from being successful. It didn't stop me from making it. But it is something that when that energy hit me, it was difficult to deal with sometimes. And I told you, I've told you how I overcame that. Right? I just used to overwhelm her with gratitude.
Oh, yeah,
Till eventually she started like saying, I used to wake up every morning and say, you know what I am? Before she could even talk, before she get negative anything, you know what I am? She's like, what? You're great. I'd be like, grateful. And then eventually she just be like, I was like, you know what I am? And she'd just say, you're grateful, you're grateful. And then pretty soon, even her whole attitude started changing because that's the only energy she could get from me. And it was like, it's not like I'm not willing to listen to problems. See, people think telling somebody your problems, I'm thinking you're negative. There's nothing wrong with telling me a problem. It's a difference in, like, if something's good happening, it's like, oh yeah, man, I see you just made 100,000 in real estate. And then you like, yeah, but real estate always be flopping because it's like,
What?
why specifically right now did you say that?
Why would you say that right now?
I mean, some shit happened to you and your family. Yeah, okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're going to talk about it, but I just feel like a lot of times we have the tendency to, let's really like, it's not hate, it's just because we're so conditioned and so addicted to negative emotions. Every time we look at something, even if we try to say it in a positive way, it comes off negative. It's like somebody saying, well, at least it didn't happen this way. That's still kind of negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, yeah. Yeah, and yeah.
Exactly. So
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that's another big thing we could do this year is look at all the relationships. Like, look, first have your North Star, your gut, right? So your North Star, your gut, that's basically like the internal part of yourself. What do I want to do? What am I focusing on? Then looking at the people's, like, what energies are, like, your gut will help you with that too. Like, because sometimes, you get around people, you feel that energy and be like, man, I'm just not really fucking with
Yeah, like
that.
your gut is gonna let you know instantly.
It's like, so when you get that feeling, it's like, okay, let me analyze, is this just an energy I need to cut off or restrict? I like to throw that restrict in there so you don't always have to feel like you got to say, fuck all y'all, fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? It don't got to be that.
I'm big on straight just restriction because I don't like to cut. I don't like to cut. You know what I'm saying? Because I just strongly believe 30, 40 years down the line, it could be some shit that could pop back up and it could be beneficial. So I just don't like to burn or cut. But I'm a definitely just restrict.
Yeah.
Like
I definitely will cut, but I will say, I think in the past, sometimes I have been ruthless in cutting off people. And I actually had to be honest with you, I'm gonna just say this on here, man. I had a conversation with one of my frat brothers from a long time ago, man. And it was a lot of unresolved shit that we had to talk about. I'm not gonna talk about the situation was.
Of course.
But I mean, we both came to the conclusion we was both young and it was just something we had went through. But to your point about cutting people off, it's like that came from that. And I think that was something that me and him both, we could have handled it better on both ends. But at the same time, you know, our relationship was never bad, but it's like there's people in your life who could help you get to another level, and just cutting people off, you never know you're cutting off. Exactly. With that being said, there are some people, just for me personally, they do certain stuff where
they need to go.
I can't deal with them in my life anymore.
Hell yeah, some people are extremely irrational. And don't get me wrong, I said I don't like to cut. I hope that's what I said. Yeah. If that ain't what I said.
Well, no, I think what you were getting at is you're gonna lean heavily to restrict.
Yeah.
Cut off is like, okay, you just so irrational that I can't even.
Yeah, like you just did some extremely irrational shit, like some wild shit. I can't even give an example.
Yeah.
You know some irrational shit. Somebody do some stupid irrational shit to you. You like, yeah, you got to go.
Yeah, that's
like you're so irrational that I don't know what you're gonna do next.
Our friendship has ended.
Yeah, you got to get up out of here. Yeah, so I would say 2021, man. I'm leaning heavy. I'm digging in that bag too. Yeah. I'm only giving the energy to the ones who I can see A, helping me get to my North Star, and B, me helping them get to their North Star. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be that type of marriage. We need to be able to help each other here, or else what are we doing? Yeah. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
I just didn't want no more fake love around me either, man.
Yeah, hell no.
I think when I look at the people who do fuck with me, because I've had the tendency to be like, as an entrepreneur, because I had to do so much solo for so long to get that almost hood like drug dealer type mentality, like don't trust nobody, fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? Money over everything type of mentality. And I know, because I've had that background in my family. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I still brought it into entrepreneurship. So for me, I think I learned the fact that like it is people who fuck with you, but you yourself can be irrational. Yeah. Like how you want people to fuck with you is like, well, bro, that's not even a solid way to try to make a person fuck with you.
Right now.
Like,
right now.
You don't gotta be, I don't have to be the number one in your life. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes, like, let's say I'm doing something, we want people to be as enthusiastic about our projects as we are. Mm-hmm. And that's just unrealistic. Yeah. Like maybe you'll get into a relationship with a significant other and since y'all connected, they may be like, oh yeah, you know, shit, my future kind of tied to this shit too. So I'm excited or I'm invested in it. Or like we're both invested in the business because we're business partnerships. But I can't expect every family member and every friend to be equally. What's going on with this universe? What's going on? Like, you know, I can't do that. Now they may like applaud me and cheer me, and I feel like that's kind of how I looked at it, right? I knew I was doing something outside the society's norms. I literally did a video on my YouTube last week that was like, why your friends and family don't believe in you. So I think a big thing with that is just understanding that I like the amendment, and I think that's something you've helped me with, is not to be so quick to cut. Mm-hmm. So now I'm more like, when I see certain energies, I'm like, restrict. And then if they do something too irrational, too crazy, where it's like, then I'll cut.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
some people, yeah, like, I'm not a fan of violence, but sometimes a motherfucker need to
get punched in their mouth.
Yeah, it's true. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't know, like, I'm not an advocate of none of that shit. You know me.
Specifically, it's funny you saying that.
Yeah. I just need it to be known, especially if you know me personally. Like, if you know me personally, you know I'm always preaching to handle it another way because I just don't, I would rather not.
Use your words.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a man, so I would rather us figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Another way. But if some people be so irrational, you know what I'm saying?
You run in their mouth.
You know, I'm not recommending it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
But I mean,
but that goddamn, like everybody know, you know, that's why you laughing. You like, goddamn, like some people do. Like my mama used to say, sometimes these kids need their ass whooped. I know you're not supposed to hit kids, but he just did something like you gotta get it. You gotta get ass whooping after that, sir. You just did something.
That's an ass whoopable offense.
Come on, man. But see, you know, some
but
people,
like I say,
I'm not recommending.
You shouldn't hit your kids. We're not advocating.
Yeah, I'm not hitting. I'm not saying hit the kids.
But I'm
just saying,
you know,
God damn.
We gotta be with, and that's what I'm saying though, right? Like that's why this next one that I want to talk about, and you can add on this one, is on statements like that. We have to tend to be not this word. And that's decisive. Being decisive, you know, because you say certain shit, people be like, oh my God. Like,
Underflying.
Maybe you should have said that shit so they could get some views on their ass.
They'll be all right. They'll be all right. Hey,
Country Cowboy talks about beating kids tonight
God.
on 60 Minutes. They got you on there with the lady.
I just want them to put the rest of the clip on there too.
They gonna have you on there with the lady. You got to sit down and apologize. So, do you think it's okay to slap the shit out of kids? No, that's not what I was saying on the episode.
My fool ain't hop up there. I mean, God damn. Bernie Mac said it first. Fuck them kids.
The way they gonna portray you on the news,
I know, they gonna
funny.
hold.
They just gonna put all the worst clips of you in there, like how they did R. Kelly.
How they hold R. Kelly.
When we say young, I'm just saying it was just funny how the part that I see the first thing when we say young, how young we talking? I said,
why would you say that?
I say, I don't care what was going on. What the fuck was you thinking? I don't care what was going on. If somebody say, do you like young girls? And you know your situation. The answer is no.
Like when OJ wrote the book, What If I Did?
What if I did do it?
What if you shut the fuck up?
What if you shut the fuck up?
What if you shut the fuck up, OJ? Damn.
I know his lawyer.
This nigga. God,
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
What's that lawyer dude they had on that shit? Shut the fuck up Friday.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
What do you do if you get in there and the lawyer, shut the fuck up? That's what it is. They call your lawyer. If they say, hey, you want to tell us something right now before you lie? Shut the fuck up.
They call me. That's perfect ad. I know they probably ran up $3 trillion.
I wanted to call him. I ain't have shit going on.
I just called, hey man, excellent ad. I'm just gonna program your number on my phone just in case.
Just in case. I get a ticket. They be like, excuse me, sir, you know how fast you're going?
I'm shutting the fuck up.
I'm shutting the fuck up.
I'm about to call my lawyer, as he suggested.
As you should. But yeah. So, but yeah, man. But the next thing is, like you said, going into organization, I would say being decisive. So what that means to me is being like a right now type of person. I remember when I was mentored by Matthew Knowles a little bit. One thing he used to do, we were supposed to make a call, and me and Will, world's most hated promoter, we were sitting in his office, and he said, we were trying to get a DJ or something. He was like, yeah, we'll give her a call. You know, just implying that
we'll make the call
sometime, right? He said, all right, let's call him right now. So I'm a right now kind of guy. And I feel like that's the energy. Every time I've had that decisiveness in my life, on all my plans. So my North Star is here. And we already talked about like the uncertainty and your emotions will get in the way of you executing. But if your North Star is here and you decisive with it, I see your life tends to move forward.
Very rapidly too.
Yeah. Cause it's like, we were just talking about this. And cause I got the tendency to do it sometimes too. Like a lot of people look at me and be like, man, you so decisive. And I'm like, it just depends on where you coming from. So yeah, I get shit done. But I told you one of the big things I wanted to work on is I execute on what I say. We execute on what we say. I was like, but the speed, sometimes it'll take longer than I would like it to. And I feel like a lot of that's from decisiveness. So a lot of times now, if somebody hits me up, I'm like, okay, shit, let's set a date now. Instead of, yeah, man, we're gonna set a date on that, man. Just hit me up. It's like, none of that shit. Unless I really don't want to fuck with you on nothing. Then I'll do that shit. But if I'm really trying to move some business ahead or we really trying to get something popping, I focus on if it can be solved in that one interaction, I'm going to solve it in that interaction.
Yeah.
Not 12 different phone conversations where it's like, oh, well, let me see. When people hit me up, like if it's a business thing or client, they say, hey, are you free this week? Instead of being like, man, I'll probably do that next week. I just be like, let me check my calendar. All right, I can do it this day.
Exactly.
Like, just get it out the way. And then I realized more money, more success because everything's coming faster. It's just a little bit of laziness, I feel like, that makes you not want to be decisive because in your mind, you're committing to the work right now.
And then, like you said, your emotions get in the way. So
yeah,
you may be down that day, right? Somebody say, hey, man, I got a gig for you out here in such and such. You like, oh, go out there.
Yeah.
I just lost in Madden. You know,
I just lost
some wild shit or some irrational shit, right?
Man, I told you, bro.
Let your emotions get in the way.
I told you, and I mean, that's why I fuck with you so much, though, because I really be telling you shit, so you can see how some motherfuckers be thinking.
Yeah,
and I know everybody don't think like me. I'm not trying to say, but I do know a lot of people who think like that about certain shit. It's like the ego gets in the way of so much shit. Like even with clients, like, oh, they did. It's like, bro, it's irrational why you give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like you in business. These people reaching out to you. Now, sometimes clients do be tripping.
Of course.
We had a whole episode about that. But a lot of times they don't be tripping. It's just like they really are reaching out to you to get some help. And if you could get outside of yourself and be like, they not trying to fuck your schedule off.
Yeah.
They like, man, I'm trying to reach out to you, man. I need your help. And as I've talked to so many people on these sales calls, because I've talked probably hundreds of sales calls at this point.
Yeah.
Like most of the vibe on those calls is I need your help.
Yeah.
I'm calling you because I need your help.
Yeah. What's the best way?
I ain't trying to call to son you.
Yeah.
I'm calling to help you. And if you understand that, it'll give you a lot more empathy and you'll be a lot more understanding and a lot more decisive because it's like, okay, how can I quickly help this person? Get him out the way. And then you'll have more time to do something. My grandma used to say this shit all the time. She'd say, if you do it right the first time, you ain't gonna have to do it again. If you're decisive off top, your life is a lot quicker.
And more precise.
And then it's a lot more coming to you.
And everybody around you loves you more because you don't give them the runaround.
We talked about this the other day, right? Like if you about to go on a date, and it's just a reality. I mean, I think even women appreciate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you call somebody up and they like, it's like, yo, it's the girl you wanted to talk to, right? You finally run up on her and say, oh, what's up? Let's link, man. Let's go out. And she like, I bet. You hit her up, you text her. The message that's probably gonna come through the phone is, all right, what you thinking, what you trying to do.
Exactly.
And then if you hit back, I mean, I don't know. How you think? What do you think about that? Like,
yeah,
just pause for a second. What do you think about? Like, without me saying my piece, what you think about that?
If I'm hitting up a bunch of people in my phone for a good weekend, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going where the people are decisive, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit up everybody, and the people who don't know what they're doing, they don't get messages back.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't give a fuck about nothing, right? I'm gonna go where motherfuckers like, hey, we gonna hear first, then we hitting this, and then
we was talking about this. Me and my brother was talking about this. They say, let's say you at the house, right? We all chilling, and everybody like, what we about to do? And everybody like, and I'm like, hey, look, man, I got a table at this little restaurant down the thing. Let's roll. Most likely, everybody's just gonna stand up and go because they like, shit.
We don't have no plan.
We don't have a plan. He has one.
He's decisive.
He's decisive. So I feel like I've noticed that even with clients, when I tell a client, hey, this is when it's gonna happen, they literally will say, I like that. Because it's just like nobody likes that wishy-washy shit.
Like, man. Nobody, like you ask motherfuckers some very serious shit, they hit you with them.
I mean, it's like, so I'm saying, just get your ass
out of here. I need somebody who know.
But that's what I'm saying. I noticed that a lot when it comes to business. So many people are indecisive.
Didn't you say Napoleon Hill, Andrew Carnegie?
So it's two parts of that, right? So Andrew Carnegie, when he first met Napoleon Hill, he was talking to him, and Andrew Carnegie wanted to do the Think and Grow Rich thing, right? He wanted to write it, but he needed to find somebody to write it.
Yeah.
So he met Napoleon Hill, and he sat him down. He said, I think you the man that could actually do this. He said, I'm gonna give you. He said, you might do this for 20 years and never get paid. He said, but I'm going to give you access to all my friends. So basically, imagine walking up to, say, Elon Musk or somebody, and they like, man, I'm going to give you access to every billionaire, rich person on earth. Yeah. All my content. I'm going to open up the door. They gonna welcome you like they own.
Yeah.
So
that's the best
he
job.
said, do you want to do this and help me compile this thing on success? He said, Napoleon Hill sat there. He said, it took about 30 seconds. He said, all right, I'm going to do it. He said, when I asked you, I set a timer under the desk. And if it would have got to 60 seconds and you wouldn't have answered me, I would have told you, never mind. You're not the person. Huh. So that's a lesson in decisiveness. So in the book, he talks about that story and he says, the world will forgive you for making a mistake, but it won't forgive you for not making a decision.
And think about that, yo. Like, think about you being in the car with your friend. It's 4 of y'all.
Yeah.
Your friend driving, you in the passenger seat, 2 of your most valuable people in the back, y'all probably about to go make $10 million, right?
Yeah.
Your friend driving has a choice to go left or right. Left gets out of the accident, going right gets out of the accident, and going straight just continues to fuck everybody out, right?
To the accident.
It just continues straight to the accident. Your friend just sits there flooring it and does not make a decision. Right or left.
What you gonna be doing?
Hey! Right or left would have got you out of the situation, but your friend just sitting there like, I don't know. I might go left, I might go right, I might go left, I might go boom! Dumbass, you done fucked up $100 million.
Y'all in the hospital.
Y'all in the hospital, your friends out of there, you know what I'm saying? That was a horrible example, but I'm just saying, like, being indecisive could lead to
what Drake said. Being indecisive makes me nervous.
Yeah,
they can't decide. They go do bottle service. They can't decide. No, he said they can't decide. They keep switching majors. Being indecisive makes me anxious. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said it. And I know y'all listen to Drake.
Man, nobody likes an indecisive person. 2021 won't reward you if you're an indecisive person.
Yeah.
It will not.
A long time ago, I was telling somebody this the other day. I was listening to the Think and Go Rich. I got this record now, right? And in the beginning, he said, man, once you muster the type of determination that says this is what I will do and I'll never retreat, then you got the type of persistence that can make you successful. A long time ago, I literally just made a decision one day. I remember saying it to myself. I was like, all right, I'm doing this. This is what it is. Fuck it. I'm not backing off. I'm just going to do it. I don't give a fuck what happens. I don't give a fuck if I'm poor. I don't give a fuck if I'm broke. I don't give a damn. I'm going to make this happen.
Yeah.
And that's just a decisive decision. Like my overall North Star, like we talked about in the beginning, I was decisive on what that was. I took some time to feel what really resonated with me. And I said, that's where I'm going. So even days I don't feel like it, I'm decisive on where I'm going. On the micro level, though, a lot of times you could be indecisive. So me, I'm trying not to be indecisive on what I'm going to do on the weekend. Like, hey, if I'm going bowling, I'm going bowling, y'all. I'm like, well, I'm going bowling. That's what I'm doing.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah. Unless I didn't see something, maybe it's like somebody's birthday or something I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I just try to be decisive with everything. When I'm talking to people, I've just got out the habit of, oh yeah, we'll talk about like, all right, let's set a date right now. Let's put it on the calendar. You know how we love that calendar. Let's put it on the calendar right now. And then from there, I just find that I tend to make more money. I tend to gain more friendships. People tend to respond to you different because people fuck with decisiveness.
They do. They love it. We love it. I love it. You love it. He love it. She love it. They love it.
They love it.
Everybody loves it. If you're an indecisive person in 2021, you're it's just gonna be a hell of a storm.
A hell of a
storm. You gotta be decisive and follow that gut. Facts.
And like I say, with the decisiveness this year, just line up everything. Just try it this year. Just try a couple things. These are things to help you practically. If you can't get that intuition yet, that gut feeling, like I say, start with just like a little vision board. Mm-hmm. Just try it this year. Just see how much different your life is this year. Do a little experiment with yourself. Also, line up certain goals this year that you want to hit. Signposts. And just say you're going to do it. Even if it ain't something extravagant, you don't got to put on there, I'm going to make $80 million or something like that. Just put something simple. Like if you've been earning a certain amount of money, say I'm going to earn $20,000 more. If you just want to start somewhere. If you're in business, like I talked to a client today, he said, man, I want to get my restaurant by the end of the year. That's a good goal. To me, it's a good time frame. That may be his one big goal for the year. But the biggest thing is just be decisive and going after that. And stop making these conditional decisions, because I think that's the biggest thing with decisiveness. Mm-hmm. A conditional decision is a decision made that has a condition if you're going to accomplish it or not. So basically, well, I'm going to go hard if my partner and them agree with my idea. I'm going to go hard if I, like the gym, I'm going to go to the gym as long as I feel a certain way today. But when you don't make conditional, when you decisive, what it means is,
no matter what.
Unless, like, for example, the gym is a good example. If you make a decision, a true decision, decisive, that means, man, it's kind of raining outside. You're going to be in that motherfucker. Yeah. And I ain't going to say I'm perfect with that. I'm just making the point of what the difference between decisive is, conditional. That means unless it is impossible to get to the gym, you hitting that hole.
Yeah.
So the same thing with your goals to me. You want to have a good 2021? You need to have the mindset, it is impossible for me not to do the shit I say this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to be decisive as fuck.
And I'm going to do what the fuck I say I'm going to do. I'm going to knock it all the way out. Mm-hmm. If you remember, it was just yesterday, it was 2020.
Just yesterday.
I'm talking about, man, I remember like it was yesterday, like right before before Corona, right?
BC. 2019
BC before Corona. I'll never forget. 2019, right? January. We all popped out of there. It was 2020. We was like, this it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, something big is about to happen this year. You know what I'm saying?
We had no idea.
Like, I just knew it was going to be something big. I didn't know what it was going to be, you know what I'm saying? But then, lo and behold, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The whole world.
The whole world shifted.
Do you remember what you did in 2019? You probably remember what you was doing. It was like end of January in 2019.
We was filming.
You posted on your Instagram story. You was like, hey, 2020 is in 11 months. But you were doing it every month. All right. So, yeah. Hopefully this will be the final time we got to come back. But my final thoughts from the Penthouse. Basically, I like what you said about the going with your gut. Big thing is cutting off the energies. I'll say the energies, not necessarily people, and restricting those energies. They're not helpful to your progression and your success. And then also being decisive this year. If it's one lesson I've learned more than anything this year is that the indecision is what's gonna keep you from going where you wanna go. One of my favorite quotes I've been saying that I really love is either God has spoken or he has not spoken. And I like that. It's not, to me, it's not even about being a religious person. All that means to me is that either it's in the cards for you or it's not, but who really decides that is you. When you sit there and say, oh, it's not in the cards for me, well then, it's been spoken. You just was decisive about your failure. When you're decisive about your success and say, you know what, I'm gonna make it happen no matter what, then it's in the cards for you. That's all I feel like that's happened with us.
True.
When fucking the pandemic hit, Corona hit, we didn't say, oh, well, you know,
This
it's not.
definitely means we're not gonna be able to do nothing.
It's like shit, it's in the cards for us. So this is just a part of the journey.
And to be honest, when the pandemic hit, looking through it, not to stop your progress from the Penthouse. I know we got some marriage now. Though.
Yeah, that's
But it was, if you run it back, like outside looking in, honestly, it didn't look like we was gonna make it out of the pandemic.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? But faith.
But the mentality was, this is a part. Like, to me, I always thought, honestly,
down to the last second.
Well, even in my mind though, right? The way I always look at all hardships is, this is only a chapter.
Yeah.
And this is why that old saying, this too shall pass. When I was young, I didn't even really understand what it's saying. It's basically saying, this that's happening, too shall pass.
Yes,
so I don't give a fuck what you're going through. Pandemic, fucking poverty, hardships in your life. I'm not saying those things are not bad or anything's wrong, but if you're willing to say that my North Star is here and that you're in it for the long haul, what you're gonna then say, if it's in the cards for you to succeed,
this too shall pass.
This too shall pass. And then you'll find yourself on the other end of that, living a life, doing the things other people can't do because you decided to go in a different direction.
I open my eyes, I see them snakes in the sky, saying that they down the ride. Really, they down for the ride. Really, they down for a piece of my pie. Look in my eyes, you can see that I'm tired. Look at my ties, you can see I got drive. All these emotions, I put them aside. All this potential, I bring it to life. I look them dead in the eyes. Cause I really want it, and I'm really working, and I'm really stressing now because I'm nervous.